Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. We're back here on Assetto Corsa Evo, out on Suzuka with the Alfa Romeo Giulia in the pouring rain. There's one thing I really noticed about this that helps sell the immersion. I think is really fantastic that they paid attention to this kind of detail. We have a tire pressure monitoring system here in the center cluster, or center of our cluster. That is functional. That's really impressive. So as I'm driving around, you'll notice the yellow blocks start to disappear, and then the whole thing will reset to a speedometer as my tire pressures get a little higher from warming the tires up. Amazing attention to detail. I really like that. It really sells the immersion. Speaking of immersion, I was playing this earlier and just doing the same thing, trying to hash out what I wanted to say in this video. And I noticed the dynamic weather is, well, dynamic obviously, the way it should be, but the subtlety in how the weather changes is very, very nice, very impressive. It's not just rain instantly ends and we're on dry tracks all of a sudden. There's too many games that make that look faux pas, and it's like, you're not selling me on the immersion there, bud. This one? Yeah, oh, it's good. It's good. I like it. So yeah, anyways, we're just going to roll a few laps here. I've got my timer set at the top, as you can see. Just do a few laps around Suzuka here in the pouring rain. And talk about a few things with this game that I'd like to see. And talk about a few videos that I've seen doing comparisons of this with Forza, and some pictures I've seen comparing this with Gran Turismo. To get started with, I'd like to talk about the open world stuff when it comes out. I'm looking forward to that. I am hoping that by looking to the side and seeing the three-dimensional crowds and stuff like that, I am hoping that we actually get pedestrians wandering around when we're going through towns and stuff in the open world to really sell us on the immersion. That would be super incredible. I mean, the traffic helps sell it and everything like that, but having pedestrians along with the dynamic weather really, really sells that immersion. Playground Games did it really well with what was it? Horizon 3, I think it was. Yeah, Horizon 3, the Australian one, where you drove around in the city and there were actually pedestrians wandering around. It was impressive. I like that. I'm hoping that the guys at Kunos do the same thing for us. But we'll see, right? There's a lot of stuff that they got to do. There's a lot of customization and optimization yet to come with the game, for the game. I mean, even the guys doing the graphics drivers, like I have an NVIDIA card, they haven't even updated the drivers yet to encompass Evo. And now I don't know if they're going to do that now, or if the new drivers for their graphics cards will come out when this game reaches full release. We'll have to wait and see. So, yeah. So there's a lot of custom or optimization stuff, that needs to happen yet. But I think this game is headed in the right direction. I know it's not everything everybody wanted right off the start, and everybody, there's a lot of complaints. The comparison videos, they kind of make me laugh. I watched one last night doing a Forza Motorsport comparison to Assetto Evo, and a lot of the comments in the section for the video were like, "Oh, Forza just looks so much better," and just like the guys with Gran Turismo, I respectfully agree to disagree with the people making those comments. And I'll say why. Put it to you like this: like, when I'm looking at the car, I'm looking not just at how nice does the car look, but how nice does it react to input from the environment on the car, reflections off the paint and such. And in the Forza video I was watching, the guy was running he was running the Mazda MX-5 Cup car, and the paint, it didn't look natural in Forza. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying those are terrible games. I enjoy playing motorsport myself. It's fun. It's I enjoy the online racing and stuff. Although I tend to relegate myself to the multi-class races just because I find it a lot more fun with the roll-off start, so you don't have everybody piling up in the corners all at once. I think it makes the game more fun for me to play. Anyways, when it come down to the graphics, the paint did not react naturally in the environment it was in, whereas the paint on the Assetto car reacts naturally to the environment, getting a little extra, whether it's a little extra glossiness from the sun hitting it at a certain angle, or sort of the natural discoloration to the paint as the sun reflects off it at certain angles and stuff like that. I think that's really impressive. It's the same thing I noticed with the image that has been floated around comparing the Giulia in Gran Turismo to the Giulia in Assetto, and the close up of the headlight. So the bottom part of the headlight isn't quite as smooth. The line isn't quite as smooth, defining the bottom of the headlight in the Assetto image. But that's about all that I could see in that image that gives the nod to Gran Turismo. You look at every other aspect of that image, because you can't just compare it off of that one little thing. You look at every other aspect in that image, and you can see the Assetto image is far and above a superior looking picture of the car. You look at the headlight. You have the sort of prismatic oil film look to the headlight where the light is shining off of it, and you don't get to get the crystal clear look at the back of the headlight because of that. That hazing is amazing. Um, you look at the beveling of some of the stuff inside the inside the headlight on the Assetto image, and it's a much nicer looking bevel. The reflection of the back of the headlight off the front of the lens in that image is impressive. You don't have that with the Gran Turismo, so it's just a far superior looking. It's more lifelike looking than the Gran Turismo. The shading on the paint, instead of just having some basic shaders in the paint and some shadows laid over, that are over top of the paint, you have the variation in the shades of color in the paint with the Assetto image. You have the shadowy effects, but they're not just a grayish colored shadow. There's variations to the coloring in the shadow and stuff like that. The big thing that I liked, that I looked at, that really caught me is you look at the pop out panel on the front bumper there below the headlight. It's actually a way nicer looking on the Assetto image. It's to me it feels more high definition. It looks way nicer, and the body panel gapping, it looks natural in the Assetto one. You have a look at it, you can see the curvature of the body panels as they curve in where they meet, and a distinctive gap there, and very well shaded. Whereas the Gran Turismo one there's sort of a blackish line there with some shadow effects on it. It doesn't even look close to as realistic as the Assetto one. So, anyways, that's my opinion on that. So, take it for what it is. I'm a big fan of this game. Now, I haven't tried any like the Le Mans games or Competizione or any of those, because I'm not just a dedicated race person. I do like the open world stuff. Look at this beautiful change in the weather. Look at how nice and subtle that was throughout the race. That's another thing that I gotta hand it to Kunos. It really did an amazing job on this so far. And this is early access, so much stuff has to be optimized yet. And I can't seem to quit playing this. I jump into motorsports and do some online races because I enjoy the multi-class races, but I hope they add that to this multi-class racing. I cannot, I just cannot put this game down. It's just way too much fun. The handling of the cars, the sound, all of that stuff. It's just fantastic in this game. Absolutely brilliant. Amazing job. Kudos to Kunos. You guys are doing an incredible job. Anyways, we're going to finish this lap out here. If you guys have made it this far into the video, respect, guys. I really appreciate it. The more you guys watch this, the more you guys interact with this and start leaving comments and stuff like that, the better my video content will become, because I used to live stream before, and it's a different animal. You have direct interaction with your audience, whereas this, I kind of put the video together. I'm not great at editing. I'm sort of new to all of that stuff. I'm used to just the raw dogging of live streaming, where you just go live and go with it. So there's a lot for me to learn. You know, it's a process that I have to embrace. I have to learn, and I will get better at it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. If you're new here, subscribe. It's only going to help the channel grow, and it's only going to help the content to improve. Much like giving Kunos feedback on their game, feedback from you guys will just improve what you get to watch on here. But anyways, that will do it from me. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you continue to have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. I'm out.